All right, testing. Can you hear me? Give me just a second. Hey, Shalom. We're the ICPK, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right. Since 1969, we bring out the truth according to the Bible about who the true Jews are. That's right, the so called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. The Israelites of antiquity, all right, of old, of ancient times. All right. Contrary to what your Christian leaders say, we didn't just die off, man. We're not extinct. We're here on the earth as so every other race, faction of people, spin-off Israelite group. All right, so let me first start by saying, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, a thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Thaba Shem Yahshua to the sisters, all right? If you got any questions, please type in the chat, okay? This is Tuesday night. This is going to be the Brotherhood class. I'm Priest and Officer Quatzar, 500 out of Columbus, Ohio, all right? And let me start by saying we're not affiliated with any Israelite groups, all right? We stand alone. Like I said, since 1969, we bring out the truth according to this Bible, man. Right here. This Bible, this King James Version Bible right here. All right, if it ain't King James Version Bible, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. Probably the reason why you're doing the things you're doing you ain't supposed to be doing. All right. So if you got any questions, please ask your questions. Shout out to the brother. Hey, Shalom. Yahba Shem Yahshua Barak thumb to the brother. All right. We got Gad in the building. Gado Rubin. All right. Hey, brother. If you got any questions, just please type them in the chat. All right. So tonight in the Brotherhood class, first let's start off by talking about what is brotherhood. All right, we go over this every week. You need to understand what is brotherhood. Once you get a thorough understanding, okay, you'll begin to utilize it, making it practical. All right. Brotherhood is synonymous to sisterhood. So sisters, don't think you're excluded. You're not. You're absolutely required to show brothers sisterhood, and brothers, you're absolutely required to show sisters brotherhood. All right. We in this thing together, like Zephaniah says. It's a bedrock scripture. Gather yourselves together. In order to do so, you have to have brotherhood, man. We all have some form of brotherhood, generally speaking, but when you're shown the type of brotherhood that you give, is it good enough? Is it accepting enough for you? Or you're a person that requires an extreme amount of brotherhood? Or you're a sister that requires an extreme amount of sisterhood, but you don't know how to show it? All right, so we're going to get to the bottom of that, and we're going to find out how to utilize brotherhood and sisterhood properly so that we don't offend one another. Of course, offenses do happen when you're building a nation and you're trying to come together with anything. This is why we have protocol put into play so that we can do right by ourselves and serve the Lord, man. All right. All right. So, who do you fear? All right. So, before we get into our topic, who do you fear? Let's get the definition of fear. That's very important when it comes to how you comprehend what you're reading. Understanding the sentence syntax. All right. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, about your lineup, what you can and can't do, like Rick Ross beard. Can I get that and shape up that, or do I have to have James Harden? All right, so when it comes to your beard, of course, you're not supposed to round the edges of your beard. Give me just a second. I'll pull it up for you, brother. But you don't want to look like a stinking, filthy heathen. All right. So you being a brother, okay, and you're able to grow a beard, understand it may look like I have a lineup, but I don't. All right. You're allowed to clean up, you know what I'm saying, their hairs in areas of your face. You're just not supposed to do a direct line and cut, like with a razor and all that other extra stuff. But like I said before, it's about the spirit of the word. So give me just a second. Yeah, Rick Ross, that brother has dyed. He has what you call a Beijing. It's not unlawful to dye your hair, but you got to realize what spirit are you going to be in. You're trying to look like a RuPaul or something like that, you know. You never want to do that. You never want to go that route. Never. Give me just a second. So let's go to Leviticus, the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27. All right. And this is where you're going to find the law at, man. Leviticus, heavy chapter. Dietary laws, everything you need to know about being who you are, right? The oracles of God, your priesthood, you know what I'm saying? Your princesship, whatever you want to call it. You're going to find out what it means to be an Israelite in this book right here. All right, so we're in the book of Leviticus, chapter 19. We'll go to verse 27. Where you are, where you at? All right, so verse 27 reads, Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. All right, if it grows, let it grow, man. You know what I mean? You can clean it up. Like up here, I get these little whiskers and they hurt like hell. You know, I'll clean them up, man. Keep from getting bumps and acne. But if you're doing it to look like, some stinking filthy heathen, man, you're in the wrong spirit of it. All right. So especially if your physician says, okay, well, this is going to be an issue for you. You're going to consistently get acne, the bumps and all the other stuff. Yeah, don't shave it, man. You're not a heathen. If it grows, let it grow till it doesn't grow anymore. You understand? But it's lawful to clean it up. All right. Clean it up. Hygiene is something that Israelites keep. Okay. Hygiene is something we started. We have all kinds of protocol when it comes to decency and order. All right. So I'll read it one more time. Leviticus 19 and 27. It says, Ye shall not round the corners of your beard. Salakia. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. All right. So you can see I keep it, what I'm saying, clean. You know what I mean? I don't get it and line it all up, make its own shape. The shape that it has is the shape that it grows in. All right. So you're absolutely able to keep it clean, man. And hygiene. We want brothers to come in. It's true. We ain't trying to run nobody off. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to sisters and the hygiene, think about a sister, she's not well kept. You're not going to look, what I'm saying, at her and no sweat, bro. And most high Christ. You're not going to look at her and want to be like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're going to want someone that, is pleasing to your eyes and sight. But as long as you're doing it in a righteous manner, like you did, you asked the question, and I didn't give you thus saith me, we got it out the Bible, man. So that's Leviticus 19 and 27. You want to be blameless in everything that you do. So I'm glad you asked that question, brother. And when it comes to other people, like, don't give a damn about what they say. I can watch General Muhammad's class, Captain Zariak's, Preaching Officer Khan's, you know what I'm saying, uh, Captain Napatazaz, and I see my brother's beards. If they're doing it, then I'm able to do it. And that's how I know it's lawful. Another telltale sign. All right. But yeah, if you got any questions, please type in the chat. I'm gonna try to stop bumping this table. All right. And so tonight we're gonna talk about fear. Who do you fear, man? Who is it that you fear? Because I guarantee you, the person you fear, you think you fear, you say you fear, you don't. All right. So we're gonna go to Merriam-Webster. We're gonna find out what it means in the dictionary to fear. We're gonna get the noun and we're gonna get the verb. There's a difference. You're using it in your sentence syntax. All right. No sweat, brothers. All right. So fear. An unpleasant, often strong emotion by anticipation or awareness of danger. That's one definition. The second is an instance of this emotion, a state marked by this emotion. All right, a reason for alarm or danger. Those are all nouns when it comes to the definition of fear. Let's get the verb. All right, so you know what a verb is. A verb is, it shows action. So being afraid. All right, to be afraid, expect with alarm. All right, to be frightened. So, why is it important to understand what the word fear means? All right, because you're supposed to fear the Lord. That's the beginning of your wisdom, your understanding. And 10 times out of 10, you don't have a fear of the Most High because your Christian leaders or whoever it is that you follow have taught you so many lies that you just choose to believe because it's beneficial for how you feel, right? When it comes down to how you feel, man, it's not about how you feel. It's about your faith, man, what you do, your actions. All right. Your emotions just throw you off balance when it comes to what you're supposed to be doing. So, in more cases than none, your emotions and feelings will make you abandon, what I'm saying, the mission. All right. You have a mission, you have an absolute job and duty to do. You abandon it because of how you feel. And that's not good. That is absolutely not good. What if you were waiting to be saved and you were in a dire strait, need of help? and it starts raining, and someone says, "Oh well, it's rain. We'll wait till the rain subsides," because I feel like it's not that serious. And you're on your last leg, man. All right, don't allow your emotions to get you jammed up in this society. All right, fear is an emotion. Okay, it's an emotion that you very seldomly understand, and it's simply because you don't know who to fear and why you're supposed to fear them. But we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that right now. We're gonna go to the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. So you can understand something about fear. All right. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Please write these precepts down, man. Write them down so you can refer back to them. If you got any questions about them, you don't just have to ask me. It's playing priests and prophets all over the nation of Israel, teaching tonight, Tuesday night Brotherhood class, and answering questions. All right. All through the week. So I said Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. All right. Let's go to 12 and 13. All right. So the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13 says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter." All right. What sums it up? What are we supposed to do with this issue that we have? The conclusion of the whole matter: fear God. This is why we're talking about fear right now. And keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. This is your responsibility. This is your birthright. All right. To fear God. Okay. Fear him. And what does fear mean? To understand that these laws, statutes, commandments, these commands, these statutes, these laws are here for us to keep us in the right spirit, man, to keep us out of dangerous way. All right. So, what are some laws that we have? If anybody has any laws, you can put it in the chat. What's a law that we have that keeps us safe? That a lot of our people don't want to abide by. What's one law? You can name one law. I got one law for you. When it comes to the dietary law, you don't understand why you can't eat that nasty arthropod called a lobster. You want that shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. They're nigh into roaches. That's exactly who they're cousin and kin to, according to their anatomy and physiology. Their makeup, what they're made of, their body parts. They're kin to that nasty roach, pestilence. I don't see any so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Yeah, tuna too. Yeah, you ain't supposed to be that nasty tuna, man. Shit, you think just because Subway put on a sub, it's all good. But as soon as some sister open up her legs, you smell that tuna, you're willing to do what you're supposed to do in the first place, and it's not eat it. It is unlawful. It does not have scales, man. Understand that. You're not supposed to be eating the. Hey, shalom, brothers. Shalom. Yahba Shem Yahshua thumb to the brothers. Yahshua Thaba Shem Yahshua to the sisters, man. Yeah, tuna is absolutely unlawful. All right. And if you don't understand why, you can find a lot of mercury in certain fish, a lot of parasitic infections. All right. You don't have to be a marine biologist to understand that a lot of these foods that we eat that are called rare delicacies are rare. That's because they eat poop, man. Their primary purpose, all right, is specific to cleaning up the ocean, primarily the bottom of the ocean floor. If you're a water specialist in the military, they would teach you the cleanest water isn't floating at the top where sediment floats or at the bottom. It's midway, it's in between. And then understand that sediment that's too heavy, it drops to the bottom. And that sediment that's too light, it stays at the top. Just because you take a crap in the toilet and it sinks to the bottom doesn't necessarily mean that that's where all the shit is, man. You understand? That's right. You got a question or something, brother? Yeah, you are supposed to love thy brother. Damn right. Your own people. All right. Neighbor means brother. All right. So you look at you sitting in the Christian church or some Muslim mosque, you look to your left or your right, you see some bastard that doesn't look like you, and then they don't talk like you. You know what I'm saying? They are not of your people, meaning your kindred, your nation. They don't speak your tongue. That is not your brother. Understand that. They're not of the 12 tribes of Israel. They are not your brother. All right. You don't have to be the first one fired after being the last one hired to figure that out. You don't have to go to their house and then go for dinner. And next thing you know, you think you're about to sit at a kitchen table. You're on the floor eating with your hands and feet. We do not do that as Israelites. All right. Have some damn truth, man. Everybody wants to talk about technology, technology, technology. Don't know what the hell technology is. I'm gonna give you the definition of technology real quick so that you can start to use it in your everyday lives. What is technology? Merriam-Webster. We're gonna find out. What is technology? What is technology? All right, technology, the practical application of knowledge, especially in a particular area. For example, engineering or medical technology. All right, I'm going to read that again. The definition of technology is the practical application of knowledge, especially in a particular area. All right. So even though this is the Brotherhood class, you say, well, what does that have to do with anything? I'm being a brother and I'm telling you what technology is so that you don't think technology is just your smart device. All right. This is an area of application. Okay. So you don't think that technology is specifically and limited to electronics. That's electronics. I'm gonna read it one more time. Technology is the practical application of knowledge, especially in a particular area. So, this so-called man invites you to his house because you go to the same church he goes to. His dad's name is Sun Dungoy. All right, he's calling him your brother. You grew up in the hood, some project somewhere. All right, as we all have. Okay, some may not have. No slight to you. All right, Most High Christ. You get to his house. And instead of smelling some fried chicken or something that you're used to smelling, it's a very fishy, fishy aroma. You're in there boiling some octopus. And so you give them the benefit of the doubt, which you shouldn't. You go ahead, you sit on the floor, you roll your sleeves back with your shoes off, and you hold the chopsticks with your feet in your hands, you just dig in. All right. Use your technology, man. It's 2024. Use your practical knowledge and understand that that is nigh unto silly to eat with your hands. All right. For what? You do that with an African brother or sister, so called. That is not your brother, not your sister. All right. Don't wait until you have a real nigga moment to be exposed to your truth. All right. They will absolutely use you for everything, everything good that you have. They'll use you for it until they use you all up. Just like when we've been poured in every nation, they steal your salt and then they throw you by the wayside, man. Understand. You have to use your technology, man, your practical application. And you're getting it right now, right here, sitting in this class, checking in, understanding what it means to be a brother, what it means to be a sister. And that's the quality of state of who you are. Now, what characteristics make up you? Are you a lion, stealing, thief? You know what I'm saying? Are you someone that can't be trusted? Are you some horny bastard that no one wants around their woman? You know, that's an extension of your brotherhood, who you are. That's a clear and distinct cut. You someone who's always late, always making excuses, always got their damn po ass hands out. You understand? Can I get out? Someone who can never say no to anything. Half the damn time you're only offering it, it's because you're trying to be what? A decent human being. Well, you don't have to offer it if you want to give it away. You don't have to give charity or alms. All right. What you do have to do is keep these laws, statutes, commandments. All right. So that's the definition of technology. All right. Don't be a fool and think that a technology is only a smart device. Technology is the practical application of knowledge, especially in a particular area. All right. So use your technology when you go to that party and they passing around that nasty ass blunt that's absorbed 100% of everybody's saliva. Now you got Manu. Now you got gonorrhea. Now you got this, that, and the third, and you going home after lying to your significant other or brother in the school, kissing your baby in the face, and now they're going blind because of some nasty STD you got from hitting a blunt. Yeah, you got to make it make sense, man. You got to be practical. That's what the P stands for in ISUPK. We are the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. This is nothing that's hidden. All right, this is universal and it's practical knowledge that we absolutely use all over the universe. This knowledge, this understanding that we get from the oracles of God, man. All right, in this King James Version Bible, see that right there? This is our school shield, man. ISUPK. I had to cover up that stupid cross on the front. All right, so let's get back to it. All right, the definition of fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. And as a verb, it means to be afraid of someone or something, likely to be dangerous, painful, or threatful. So, why am I asking you, who do you fear? Because everybody says, well, I fear the Lord. You couldn't possibly fear the Lord. And we got it right. We got the book of Ecclesiastes. You don't fear the Lord, man. You don't fear the Lord. You don't believe that he would absolutely unalive your black ass for smoking that weed. And that's why you smoke it. You don't believe he will unalive you for throwing money at the strip club or celebrating your stupid birthday. Why would you want to be a grown adult celebrating a birthday? You get mad. Your homeboy, he hit me up on my birthday. That is a cursed day, man. Damn a birthday. All right. Damn it. You wouldn't give up your season tickets, your season ticket holder seats, floor side to the Lakers for no damn birthday. Why would you give up your rights to the kingdom of heaven? All over a stupid day that you choose to exalt yourself above the most high, the one who created you, the one who's going to punish you and unalive you because you don't fear him. All right. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, we'll go to verse 13. 12 and 13. And I said, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. All right. We already broke this down in the class before. What is the conclusion? What is the matter? What is the issue? All right. What is the point? What is the subject of this whole thing? What are we supposed to do here on this God-forsaken earth? That's what they would say. What are we supposed to do here in hell? What are we supposed to do here in this slave and this bondage? It says, fear God, something that we do not do. Right? How do you know you don't fear God? Somebody give me an example. How do you know that you don't fear God? Well, for one, it said, and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For one, you don't do your duty as a man. You don't do your duty as a sister. You do what the hell you want to do. You do what the HE double hockey sticks you want to do. So if you feel like cussing him out for no reason, that's what you're going to do. You're not going to be a pillar of peace like it says you're supposed to. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to be a man who goes to war, toils, you know what I'm saying, who's a provider. I didn't say monetarily, of education. No, you're going to let her go to that Christmas party and put them stupid green tights on and have Jacquees at the printer filling all up on her. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be a man and make your head as hard as an embankment and go against hers. Not physically like, some brothers did in the world, but spiritually, man. You're not gonna tell her she's wrong and then sit the hell down. You ain't going out tonight. You're not gonna make it a blockbuster night. You're gonna be up and you're gonna be toiling with your spirit about what the hell she's doing when you could have simply just told her no. You could have just told her no. Now you going to war. You tossing and turning in your bed. She come home smelling like aftershave, and you just lying to yourself. Fear God, man. It didn't say fear your woman. It didn't say fear your man. It said fear God and keep his commandments, his commands. They're found throughout the volume of this book. If you don't know what to do, it's because you don't open this book. Hell, you don't even know what questions to ask. This is why you don't know who to fear. All right. You don't know who to fear because you don't know what questions to ask because you're just so used to someone telling you what the hell to do. Now I'm about to tell you what to do. All right. I'm about to tell you what to do right now. Stop being a damn idiot, man. Stop being a follower of the world, man. Understand that. Be a follower of Christ, man. And I'm not talking about old school derogatory term Christian. I'm talking about take up your sword and go to war with those demons in your head that give you that cognitive dissonance when you know right from wrong. But because of society's views, you're having psychological issues. No is no. I will tell you no. I don't give a damn who's sitting here. I'll tell you no. Okay, I don't care if your mama's right there. If you're being stupid, I will call you stupid. I'm gonna cry aloud. I'm gonna spare not. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Nothing. What are you gonna do? You should be thanking a priest and prophet who cries aloud and spares not. If you were drowning in a swimming pool, you want somebody to hop in and not spare their trousers, not spare their shirt to chlorine or their cell phone. You're going to want them to drop everything they have on them and whatever it is they're doing to come save your life. But when it comes from this perspective, it's not accepting. No, it's absolutely accepting. All right. I'm not going to wait until I have to scrape up a corpse off the ground because you've been unalive for celebrating your birthday party. I'm not going to be sitting in traffic for hours because you wanted to do something stupid like drink and drive and then crash into a pole. Then I got to scrape you off of a pole. I'm going to tell you right now in this brotherhood class to keep the commandments of God, man. All right, we're going to read it one more time. And this is the conclusion of the whole matter. You wonder why you're so mad, you're being vexed, you're dealing with the cursings, you always have to find rebuke. And here's the whole matter. This is why. It's because you don't fear God and you don't keep the commandments of God. When you keep those things and you do those things, you don't have to be fearful of the judgment because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're following the law, statutes, and commandments, the order. You're living in your true destiny, man. You're living in your nationality. You're not taking on one from another nation, nationality or culture or whatever the case may be. All right. So this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. All right. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Not buying flowers for your honey boo boo on Valentine's Day. Not staying up till 12 o'clock to watch some stupid ball drop just so you can make these unrealistic expectations that you haven't been practical about your whole life. Your whole life. You've been doing what? What it is that you want. So because some stupid ball dropped, it did something. It had an action. It dropped, right? Now you're supposed to be changed within an instant. Let's be practical about that situation. All right. You're only going to do what you know to do is right. And until you have a priest and prophet correcting you and telling you that you're wrong, you're not going to know what right is. And even doing so, you're still going to choose to do what's wrong because you haven't been practical. You haven't been practicing these things. And this is the point of the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. So you can learn how to practice, right? You can't be an Al Iverson talking about practice. What's practice? That brother had talents, he had gifts. And it still cost him something, because the 76ers had something called protocol, decency and order. They don't give a damn about how good you are. Not to the most high. They don't give a damn about how you feel. If you're going to be some emotional man that's always practicing getting mad or crying and doing that weird thing, then you're not going to be practical when it comes to doing what the Lord says and keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. You're always going to give yourself an out based on how you feel. So what does that have to do with who you fear? Well, let's get, we're going to go to Job 9 and 24. Like I said, if you got any questions, please type them in the chat. Shalom, 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 man. Yeah. Any questions, please type them in the chat. Who do you fear? I'm about to tell you who you fear. And that's absolutely nobody. You're all about self. You're all about what you can get. You don't fear anybody because fearing someone stands in the way of you getting what you want. So therefore, you become this impervious being that the Lord somehow just has their back on everything. So you're willing to commit sins, commit adultery, commit fornication, anything, just for your own happiness. That's how your reward system set up in your brain, man. You understand? You're willing to do whatever for your own happiness. And that means not fearing the Lord, then you're willing to accept everything the world has to offer. All right. We'll go to Job 9 and 24 real quick. Job 9 and 24. Like I said, if you got any questions, please type in the chat. Shalom to everybody checking in. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Next time somebody pisses you off, here's what you do. You send them my class. Piss them off even more. But at least they'll be pissed off with some type of truth and understanding. I said Job 9 and 24. All right. The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. And it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Well, what the hell? What do you know? If the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, who are you going into the world and just subjecting yourself to whatever the world says you're supposed to do? That's your problem, man. This is why you don't fear the Lord, because you go to wicked people for everything. If they say shave your damn head, bend over, and shake your ass, that's exactly what you're going to do. And that's grievous. I mean, if you're a man of integrity, if you're a woman of honor and of dignity, you should use your technology. Understand that is not right. Be practical about the situation. You got to climb up a tower of crates just to fall off onto your stupid head for some millennials to laugh and then like and subscribe and follow you just so you get a little money in your pocket. Now you sitting up in here and the money that you obtained isn't enough to pay for your hospital bills. That's stupid. Oh, let me make it even more practical for you. You hate, you absolutely despise the Most High. right? You despise, Christ. We know him as uh, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. You absolutely despise him. How do you know it? Because you love everything that he hates. This is why you don't fear anything. There's no alarm. There's no unpleasant emotion when you see someone from the alternative lifestyle. And let me pull your coattails. All right. You don't hate them because it's not socially accepted. And that just further proves what the Bible says that the hand is given to the world, the world is given to the hand of the wicked, right? And you become a wicked bastard trying to be a part of this world. You don't fear the Lord, knowing that He will unalive you for being a part of that lifestyle. But because you're such a selfish bastard, man, you're such a selfish brother. You're willing to not fear the Lord and say, I don't believe that crap. Until you're down on one knee begging and pleading for his mercy in your time of need. Till you're releasing those blooms. You understand? You don't fear the Lord, man. You don't keep his commandments, which will actually keep you safe. And this is the reason why we're in this condition we're in as a people. And that condition is called hell. And then believing the world, you think you're going to go to a lower hell? You think that there's some red being with a pitchfork walking around cracking a whip? You're in hell. You just don't realize it. Understand that, man. How do you know that the world is wicked? Well, you don't fear the Lord, and in doing so, you keep his commandments, but you choose to break them because you love murderers, you love homosexuals, you love pedophiles, right? Well, no, I know I don't. I do not. Now you're going too far. No, I'm not. Because someone from that alternative lifestyle chooses the same sex, given the genus homo, sexual, same sex, right? So now you say, okay, well, what does that have to do with that? Well, because you don't know how to keep the oracles of God, you want to express yourself through your homosexuality. And in doing so, you have children that ask the question, well, why does that mama want to be like a daddy? Why is this daddy dressed like a mama? You know what I'm saying? You've never watched any type of movie where it said the daddy lion was dressed up as a mommy lion. But given the world where it's going now, you might just. How is that pedophilia? Because if we are the example and you're expressing yourself and your personal views of the alternative lifestyle, and a child has to wonder why you're dressed like a woman and you're a man, you're molesting them mentally because now they're thinking with their little brains. And instead of grasping the concept, I'm a young man, I'm a young woman, a young girl, you're just molesting them. That's pedophilia. And you people that say, well, okay, I'm a MAP, a minor attracted person. So you're attracted to minors? You think that's okay? No. You think it's okay, and it's not okay because you don't know the conclusion of the whole matter, which is to fear God. And when you fear him, you keep his commandments. Because those bad things that happen to you, like that HIV, you know what I'm saying? That whole process of unaliving and becoming deceased very slowly, coughing up all that mucus, doing all those, that's grievous. But keeping the oracles of God isn't. Keeping these laws, statutes, commandments is not grievous, man. It's not. It's not. This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. The hand of the wicked, man. And so what are you in? You're in the hand of the wicked. So it behooves you to do what? Serve the Most High. So he will deal with you. You don't want no smoke with Christ. He holds the keys to what? Hell and death. He's the one that'll approve you in front of the judge. That prosecutor calls, hey, he's going to make sure that you do what? You become unalive. You got to really make it make sense. You don't serve the Lord, nor do you fear him. You don't fear anyone. You're for evilness, you're for wickedness. You're pro those things that you so called despise because you're not taking a stand against them and you can't because you're standing with them. You got to make your calling and election sure. They always say in the Christian church, I used to hate that. Come before the altar and confess with, I'm like, man, shut up. One more time. What are you doing up here in this dang on pulpit? Nothing. You're collecting monies that you didn't work for, you didn't earn. Money that you're claiming that's going to lessen the debt that these people who are suffering owe the Most High. And you're having your heaven right here off the backs of these so-called children of Israel, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians, who we really are. That's our true identity. You're getting fat pockets off of us, man. The world is a better place because of the salt that we bring, the savor, the flavor. This is why we are supposed to come out of, man, let me get that. We gotta come out of this wicked ass place, man. Understand that. You don't fear the Lord. You know, you fear yourself, right? You feel like you're gonna die if I don't get my happiness. Oh, the world's over for me. That's what you're scared of. You're scared of being alone. You're scared of never being happy. You're scared of forever being poor. You don't fear the Lord, who holds the keys to everything. You should fear him, not yourself. This is why you do the wickedness that you do. Psychologically, you think that you got the answer to everything. You're gonna burn some sage until what? Until what? You see some paranormal activity happening. Your house burnt down. Oh, it must have been a demon in it. No, it was an amber. You walk around the house that caught a flame and burnt your house down because you thought sage would do the trick, not knowing that you were that evil spirit, man. You were that evil being that couldn't control their demons and you did demonic things. You became satanic because you didn't fight your demons. You understand? You started doing those wicked and evil things that you were thinking. And that's a problem. You are of the world, man. You're from the world. That's a problem. That's a problem because we've been given an identity. Let me finish this out. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Man, understand this, man. The oppressor is a wicked bastard. You understand? And when we follow him and that image of Cesar Borgia or Caesar Borgia, someone who's a very nasty man, a very violent, debased man, you understand? You begin to do the things that he does instead of following your brother, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man, who absolutely was unalived for our sins. He was perfect. You understand? He was perfect. His blood was shed as a perpetuation for us. And we just want to do what we feel is what we should do. Because you're afraid of yourself. You ever heard the term you're afraid of your own damn shadow? That's who you fear. You fear yourself. You don't want to what? Be so embarrassed. You're not going to speak up. You're not going to say, hey man, get your filthy, dirty hands off that little kid. You're not going to say, man, cover up your black ass. Nobody wants to see no man with no thong on. Nobody wants to see you twerk. Shamar. No one wants to see you do any of those things, man. Nah, you're gonna keep quiet because you're cognitive dissonance, which is now something that you have to face because now you're dealing with something that's far worse. That's delusion, a reprobate mind. Now you're gonna be burning your own lust because you couldn't fear the Lord and understand that He's going to destroy you. And then being utterly destroyed, you're gonna be even more lost. You're gonna pull people down with you. You understand? So instead of that happening, we're gonna do something that is what we've been doing from the beginning, so we've been commanded to do, and that's be a damn brother and be a damn sister, man. We're gonna drop that. Let's get this next precept, man. What was that, Job 9 and 24? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. You keep that in mind when someone's giving you an ultimatum at your job. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what? You gotta bend over, get your backboard all touched up, get them fingerprints all on your backboard. Why? For a movie role? Oh, man, listen. I'm quite by your how by Yasharala. You understand? And that is a very, very biblical name to have. And I earned it. I did my 90 days. You know what I mean? You can do that righteous thing and come into your own, man. Your own nationality. It feels good. But what do you got these does and all this, that, third, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It feels good, to be in control because I'm under control. I have self-discipline. Thanks to the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, man. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh. Give Commander General Yohana a goddamn hand. All the mighty brothers that come up under him, man, that fall in order up under him to make sure that brothers like me ain't out here wreaking havoc on you. You understand? Taught me what it means to have some self-discipline. Who taught me what it means to be an Israelite man. Not a man of this world, man. who will rob a bank, stick up some old lady, work their whole life as some oppressors, whatever, you know what I'm saying, to get a pension, just so you can come up behind her with a pistol so you can buy some stupid Christmas gifts because you're unlearned. All right. You don't fear God, you fear yourself. This is why you would do anything to get high, do anything to fulfill your lustful desires. You will know. You're gonna lie. What are you scared of? You're scared of that feeling you're gonna get because you're a very emotional being. That's what you're scared of. Man, listen, deny yourself. Go through with it. Fear the Lord instead of having to deal with those punishments, man. Those judgments ain't no joke. Yeah, those judgments aren't no joke. You ain't gotta take my word for it. Let's go to John 15 and 19. All right, John 15 and 19. Let's get a little bit more of this thing. John 15, verse 19. It's the book of John, chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world, meaning from the world will love his own, right? You have a kid, don't you? You're supposed to love it. It came from your body, right? Let's start from the top. If ye were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, I mean, you're not from this world, man. But I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore, the world, because of that, the world hated you, man. Hated you. So if you're somebody in the world who just is a very feely person, you know what I'm saying? No one hates you. It's because you're of the world, man. when, when the Lord chose us, understand, man, that was one of the most glorious things that could have ever happened to so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indians. And yeah, I know that I'm hated. And guess what? I'm absolutely fine with it. I absolutely embrace it. That lets me know that I'm doing what thus saith the Lord, not what thus saith the world. You understand? Who unalived our King. You understand? For doing what the Most High commanded him to do. Get in your spirit, man. Get this understanding before you're destroyed utterly with the world. How do you know that's going to happen? Let me just give you a little context. Give me give me just a sec. We about to go to uh name name 3 and 1. All right, give me just a second. Get us a little precept on this real quick. You don't think I'm making this up? There's always a conspiracy theorist somewhere in the midst. 3 and 1. All right, name 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not, the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. Understand, what you need to understand is what that word woe means. It means destruction, man. Destruction. What bloody city? The city that was built upon blood. You know what I'm saying? US of A. You wonder what I'm talking about? Google what happened when Christopher Columbus came here. Google the sad truth, right? Behind Thanksgiving. All the things that go on in this city in the parable, I'm not even gonna get into trying to break that down. That'd be for another class. But understand how and why this world is wicked. What was done in order for it to be standing now to your people. They don't want to talk about what's done to your people. They don't give a damn. They want to know, they want you to know what was done to their people. This is why you have such a selfish spirit. You want to manifest destiny from sea to shining sea. Whatever it may be in your little stupid head, that's what you're willing to manifest. And that's what you're going to go after. In doing so, you don't fear the Lord. You don't fear being unalived for celebrating your birthday. You don't fear being unalive for smoking weed. You don't fear being unalive from stealing from KFC or Chipotle or Walmart or any of these Macy's. You don't fear that. You don't fear any type of judgment because you're your own God in your own head. This is why you celebrate your birthday. It is a very sad thing because the truth is right here in this Bible. Everything I've read to you has come out of these pages. All right, you want to listen to the voices in your head that mean absolutely nothing, that came from someone else, that came from someone else, oral traditions of how to keep sins. Well, we have an absolute tradition, all right, in the ISUPK, and that's serving the Lord, man. Getting this understanding from the book, not what's been made up or been falsely taught, or you know what I'm saying, been falsely prophesied. Heck no. That's one thing I didn't never understand about these so-called readers. Get your free reading. All right, what are the lotto numbers? Let me call you back. Let me call you back. Get your free reading. You got to ask me questions just to answer questions, and then you give me answers that aren't true. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you rolling dice. That's not unlawful. But you would say it is, but getting your tarot cards read, man, get out of here. Save your money. Keep your money in your pocket. That's how you become rich. Stop wasting it on these dogmatic principles. You know, go ahead and drop that. Let me see. Let's get John 14 and 15. We'll keep it real simple, all right? Because you already know what you're supposed to do. All right. Fear the Lord, man. That's the whole duty of man. And in your fear, you absolutely learn how to love him by keeping his law, statutes, commandments. Everybody will tell you tell your child, look, when you get this store, don't ask for nothing. You done got your little stupid grocery list planned out. You're so poor, the baby can't get a lollipop. Now, Dad, when he ain't ate since 2 o'clock. And you at Kroger with your stupid TikTok pants on, trying to catch one. You know what I'm saying? And this child is hungry. You tell them don't ask for nothing. Ain't gave him a peanut butter jelly sandwich, a nana, or nothing. They get in the store. You trying to stick to your little stupid grocery list. You understand? And what happens? What happens, man? You get mad and you try to discipline a child for asking you for the things that they need because they're hungry, they're in need. Knowing damn well they've been obeying you. You just want to just be a terrible parent. So they're getting there, they're hungry, look at all this food. And anything they said, well, mama, why would you bring me in here? You know I'm so hungry. I haven't ate all day. You got me around this food. Of course I'm gonna ask for something. I'm starving. And you do something that's so hideous and terrible. Instead of giving the child a banana, just satisfy their hunger, you go ahead, you open, you chastise them, you pop, pop. That's it, don't ask for nothing. Go put that back. Now the child's having a so-called tantrum. All right. You do the same thing when it comes to the Most High. Instead of you waiting and doing something like keeping the faith, I mean your work, doing what you're supposed to do diligently, you expect the Lord to be your personal genie. Now you have to get chastised. And unlike that child who was innocent, just know the same type of mercy you execute upon that child, the Lord's going to execute upon you. Because you should have been merciful, but you couldn't do that because you're a wicked bastard. You only want what you want. You want what you want, and then when you don't have it, you don't reason with someone else who didn't have it at the time. You just get mad. Now it's a problem. All right. And that's an absolute disgusting thing. This is why in the brotherhood class, I'm trying to teach you, by extension of me being a brother, how to be a brother, how to be a sister. All right. Your child's hungry, you feed them. The Most High knows what you want, He knows what you need. But why would He give you the things that you want, the desires of your heart, if you're not doing what He said would be offering enough? You know what you've done. Now, don't make me turn the lights down and cue the organ or piano player. You know what you've done. All right. I ain't looking for no tears and none of that. You know exactly what you've done. And you know what you want to be forgiven for versus what you've forgiven someone else for. Right? Don't be a wicked bastard. Fear the Lord. Know that He's going to keep His word upon every generation. He's going to die and come back, and the Lord going to forget? Oh, no. Oh, no. You might have, but He won't. All right. Don't be a wicked bastard, man. Fear the Lord, man, and keep His commandments. All right. That is the duty of man. John 14 and 15. We're going to keep getting the same thing. The same thing. 14 verse 15. Here we go. If ye love me, keep my commandments. If though. So, for all you people that say, well, yeah, you can trust me, I'm a God-fearing man. No, the hell you ain't. Only person you fear is yourself because you know that if you don't give yourself what it is that you need, that happiness, you're going to die internally. And in your dying internally, you're going to become very bitter and then you're going to become very miserable. And everybody that you come around, you're going to make miserable and bitter just like yourself because you don't fear the Lord and understand that He will make you miserable by yourself if this person keeps my commandments. Hell, understand this. That is the scrubbing that needs to be done to every person that you claim to be a friend, right? You claim to be a friend. That's the scrubbing, keeping the Lord's commandments. So, okay, how do you know if this person will be a good friend or not? Well, let me see. Can they resist their soul the temptation of eating pork? No, they can't. So, what makes you think that they're not being a child of God, a righteous one at that? They're going to be a good friend to you. Oh, it's a miracle. He hasn't solved the problem for you. You know. Yeah, let me think. Well, she said, I put it on phone them grave. Man, I put it on my mama. Put it on so much. You ain't who the hell you say you are, man. And it's just wickedness, it's evil. To put it on anything. Let your yay be a nay and your no be a no. Yeah, yes, yes, and no means no. Anything else is evilness, man. But you don't have to take my word for it. That literally what the Bible says. But you're not gonna know that because you don't do any scrubbing when it comes to you. So how would you know what is good versus what is bad? Psychologically, you're not a judge of character in your own mind. So you're that friend that everybody talks about. And those people that are backbiting and talk about their friend, they're them as well. And this is why we have to have classes all throughout the week so that we can do what? Educate one another. Because prior to me taking that test, that pop quiz, right? And then putting down every answer, and my little stupid brain I thought was right. I know I ain't study. I ain't study for the test. I'm studying for a test. Practice. Man, I'm that nigga. Get my test back. Looks like bloody murder. All these red marks and X's because I got everything wrong. Understand this life that you're living, it's not no test. You have trials and tribulations, but understand those red marks are going to cost you. So instead of failing a test, why don't you pass it, man? And do what thus saith the Lord, what's commanded of you. All right. Everybody else's nation, their patriotism, it cries out to them. You never seen an Esau, you never seen neither might not rock the red, white, blue proudly. You know what I'm saying? Never know them not do woo, whatever the hell it is that they do that makes them feel so patriotic. They do it. It cries out. Why doesn't your spirit cry into you? It does. But guess what you do? You ignore it. You ignore it because you feel like you're not going to be socially accepted. You know what I'm saying? It only comes out when you're having that black moment when it's socially accepted. You're around the people. Oh no, I eat no potato salad. Keying it up. But then when you go to Karen's family reunion, you're the only nigger there. Then you're willing to do what? Act like them because you're what outnumbered? Man, come on, stop it, man. Be who you are. Don't trim yourself. Don't trim your ways for the love of someone who's going to have a perpetual hatred towards you, man. Fear God. Don't fear yourself. Listen, I got news for you. Not being happy is when you're going to find the most happiness. And it don't make sense to you now. You're probably smoking a blunt. I'm going to tell you right now. Following orders is when you get life. And that's keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. And you're going to be happy, not being happy, right? When you're sitting at home and normally around this time, you'd be off Parsons Ave at the doctor's office getting your daily dose of that penicillin. You know what I'm talking about. You're getting your daily dose because of some wickedness or some lasciviousness that you fell victim to, trying to find your happiness. Now you're unhappy. So in your unhappiness, you're going to find happiness knowing that you don't have to stand in that line to get a shot in your ass because you have gonorrhea. I understand it, man. It's not grievous to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. It says John 14 and 15, if ye love me, keep my commandments. Like, come on. Come on, man. You want somebody, if you love me, you're gonna pay me my money back. If you love me, you ain't gonna do this. If you love me, you take your shoes off when you come in the house. You can set all these parameters for everything. And you want people to live by them. so that you can feel whatever. But when it comes to you serving the Lord, you're not willing to do what's necessary so that your mom, who's never going to turn from her wicked ways, can have a little bit of mercy because of your righteousness. Maybe you should do what my brother tells me to do. Read Job. Have some accountability. You understand? Have some accountability. You ever start to think the Lord may have mercy on you because of what you like, what you may want, if you're doing what you're supposed to do? Don't get it twisted. You're absolutely going to be held accountable for the things that you do and don't do. And heaven and earth both take account. When the Lord lay before you life and death, and he told you to choose life, now you're choosing death because of your own happiness, man. Fear the Lord. And like Charles Barkley said, if you fear anything else, it would be uncivilized, man. Let's not get it misunderstood. What is fear? Fear is the unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. The Most High is absolutely great and terrible. You understand? Let's get that understood before we go any further. Why am I saying that? Because you don't fear the Lord, you transgress the law. You sin. And just because it says we all have sinned, that's not something to be proud of. That's a diss, man. Yeah. That's it. Well, y'all all have pissed on yourselves. You be proud about that? It's not a proud moment. It's a moment of degradation so that you can be leveled and understand that, hey, man, look, don't be such a hard judgment of character. Don't be such a proud bastard, because in your proudness, you become a wicked one. Understand why you should fear the Lord, because you know you're not going to hurt yourself. You bite your own hand. You couldn't even break blood. Some of y'all probably break a tooth before you break blood. And that would be the accident because you don't brush them. You don't fear the Lord. The verb, being afraid of someone or something, that's an action, state, or occurrence forming the main predicate. Forming from the main predicate, man. Fear. Understand the state of fearing something, right? Fearing the Lord, the whole subject and the predicate. You got to get it in your system, man. I'm trying to convey something very important to you. You don't fear the Lord, so you just grab shit off the counter. What is this? Let me grab this right here. What does this say? Creatine monohydrate. Okay, let's see what the ingredients are. Ah, damn it, whatever. Shame on them if it's pork in it. No, shame on you. Because you're supposed to hearken diligently until the voice of the Lord. I don't give a damn what you grab off that shelf. You better be doing your due diligence to make sure there's no pork in it. Because it's not good for you. But you don't fear the Lord. So you're not gonna be diligent when it comes to what you put in your body, what you visualize, what you look at, what you watch. Well, at least I'm not just that. Nobody can see me watching that porn. Oh yeah, you seeing it is the sin, and then what comes with it, that demon that you think you can control, is going to wreak havoc in your brain. And you're not just going to like girl on girl. You're going to like man on girl, man on man. You're going to be a filthy, wicked, stinking bastard because you thought you can control something. And now because you didn't have any self-discipline, imagine that. It's gone and gotten out of control. Now you have to learn how to have self-discipline. All right. Something as simple as learning that, hey man, I can't eat Pop-Tarts with icing on them because in the icing there's gelatin. Gelatin comes from what? It's a byproduct of pig fat, i.e. the knuckle, whatever. They boil it, they utilize it in a lot of products, and therefore we can't eat those products, man. All right. And in doing so, not eating them, you're diligent. You're keeping the oracles of God, the laws, statutes, commandments, the dietary laws. But not eating that nasty pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Woman, you can keep your pH on. No, you gave me. No, you gave yourself that. Getting that acrylic down on your nails. It threw off your whole pH. Wearing them stupid Max tampons. That threw off your pH. But it wasn't him. You want to blame it on him having multiple wives. Oh, no. That's not an STD. That comes from you. Your body. Something's throwing off your anatomy and physiology. You understand? Don't make excuses for yourself. Don't tell yourself lies that you want to believe because you're fearful of what? You fear yourself. Your fear is being unhappy. That's a very childish fear to have. Have an adult fear and fear the Lord, man. Fear what you put in your body. Fear where you go. If you know you're not supposed to be in a strip club, don't give a damn they got the best wings. You better DoorDash them. The Lord don't care about you. Oh, I had to go up in there because this, that. No, you didn't. Because that's the day he decides to level that building and you up in there, you getting leveled with it. Everything you did before, it ain't gonna matter. It's not gonna, he's not gonna give one fish, two fish, a red fish, or a damn blue fish, man. Don't make excuses for not doing the work that has been assigned to you. Don't look at these other nations and see how happy they are eating off the ground. And now you want to do the same thing? No, you will be punished. You will be judged according to what you produced with your spirit. You understand? Let me get this last precept. Uh, blah, 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 blah. Let me see. Oh, let's go John 15 and 14 since we already in John. All right, let's go over one more. Ice cream truck, if y'all can hear that, man. Ice cream man. Y'all here selling ice cream. That ice cream's so expensive. It's crazy. I'm like, you been going around here collecting this much money for ice cream pop? Better have some security, brother. All right. This is John 15 and 14. All right. This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 14. Ye are my friends, plural, multiple, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Understand this, man. That is the oracles of God. That's our inheritance. These laws, statutes, and commandments. This book right here that's strictly for my niggas. All right. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. You're a friend of God if you do whatsoever he commands you. He has not commanded you to live an alternative lifestyle. He has not commanded you to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. He has not commanded you to take upon yourself to be lascivious and do all kinds of lascivious acts. He has not commanded you to be a murderous bastard. He has not commanded you to be uh, a lying bastard. Any type of bastard you can think of. You understand? I'm reading it one more time. All right. Everybody said Jesus is a friend of mine. That's one thing I heard so much in the Christian church. I'm like, man, shut the hell up. Anyways, John 15 and 14. It says, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. You understand? It's an absolute commandment to keep these commandments, man. To be a brother, to be a sister. This is what we're talking. This is what we're talking about here in the brotherhood class, right? Which is synonymous to sisterhood. You understand? And that's what's taught: brotherhood, sisterhood, all throughout this Bible. Because for some odd reason, we can't come together. We can't do what Zephaniah said, and it's because of a very stupid thing, right? You fearing yourself and not the Lord. You being afraid that you won't be happy. Well, guess what? Once you get everything that you've worked so hard, just like Tony Montana, he killed his best friend, got to the top of the world, and ended up killing his sister. And then what do you have? What do you have left? Who could he share with? Well, what would be the kingdom of heaven with just your black ass? Huh? You only smoke weed because they doing it. You only calling women bitches and hoes because they doing it. You don't know the spirit behind anything. You're only a city girl because you met JT. You only shaking your ass because she got 10,000 new followers. What would be the kingdom of heaven with just you in it? There wouldn't be no kingdom at all. It would be a very sad place. All right. So if you want to get up out of that sad place you're in, you're a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, man, find out where the closest camp is in your city. You understand? Find that camp leader. You understand? And get up under his foot, man. We're up the doorsteps of a man of understanding. Ask your questions. Find out what it means to actually have self-discipline. Discipline of self, man. You understand? Don't worry about what that person's doing. You get what you need right here, right now. Ask your damn questions. Find out who you are according to the Bible, not this wicked world. Find out what it means to have the faith, man. To keep it. Those actions that you're supposed to put forth that are going to save your life. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead in the class. I'm preaching off the Quadrazar. We are the ISUPK, started on 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, man. Rules for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There are another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Understand, man. You wonder why we are so downtrodden as a people is because we don't do what it is that we're supposed to do. Let's keep the oracles of God, these laws, statutes, commandments. You wonder why these other nations have such a tight bond when it comes to their family infrastructure? Because they know they'll be cut off from their nation if they don't do what their nation requires. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no Asian woman flipping out, tweaking on no Asian man. You understand? It's only those who become westernized. They allow the influence of another nation or another demographic of people to infiltrate their system. And 9 times out of 10, in their own country, they don't allow that to happen. They will not allow that to happen. Well, in the ISUPK, Commander Hahn, it's not going to allow that to happen. You know anything about General Muhammad, he damn sure ain't going to let that happen. So follow these protocols, man. 6 months, it's for a reason. That's a good amount of time. You understand? You don't want to hear her voice for 5 minutes after y'all got to an argument. But you're willing to do what? Sleep with her after two. But you can't do the 6 month period. So understand if you don't, when you're sitting in council, and he said, man, I'm tired of hearing this. Like, that's your problem to deal with. Either you're gonna follow these orders now or be prepared to be destroyed. So this is why we have these rules put into place, man. So follow them, man. Understand if you have a question, ask your question. All right. You need permission from the head to marry. Some things you're not going to see. You know what I'm saying? If I had a booger in my nose, I wouldn't know. My eyes don't reflect this way or don't project this way, they project that way. That's all you're going to be able to see. And sometimes you're not even going to be able to see. You're going to walk right into destruction. And this is why you're supposed to ask for permission. This is why you get counsel, prior to the act of being in a domestic violence dispute. You can't wait 6 months. Well, they're not going to want to hear about how you can't stand her voice for 5 minutes and you ready to shoot something up. You're going to get kicked up out of here, man. So just follow the protocol. All right. Tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. This is where you find the commandments. Malachi 3:8 through 10. It means a tenth in the Hebrew, my Ishara. All right. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. All right. You pay your damn tithes, man. All right. That's offering enough. Don't think that you can do what Future does and go to the damn strip club and drop a bag on the floor. That's not paying no damn tithes. That's adding sin to sin. All right. Give to General Mayakala or the teacher. A priest fund, a free will offering for the priest is not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Okay. Upcoming holy convocation is going to be the memorial, the blowing of the trumpets. Yes. All right. You got any questions? Type it in the chat. Go on isupk.com. Reach out. Send them an email. We're Southern Ohio. You go to the website. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, boom, kaboom, whatever else. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is type it in the search bar and it'll pop up. All right. Reminder, Akium and Akwathium. If you have any questions, please ask. We don't have a school right now, so you will have to log on to a class, cross the line radio. It doesn't matter. We are all one body. We're well connected. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, this is brothers only. Start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. So with that, Amajim, which means to stand. All right. Put this up here. Wapunya Hakwadum. Turn and face the east. All right. I'm going to read these prayers to you in the Hebrew first and then in English. All right. This is the Lord's Prayer. So we'll start off. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayashimka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba, Ratazayaka, Hayasha, Ba Rataza, Kawahaya, Bashamayim, Nathanda now, Lakam, Call Yawam, Masalak Lanawa, Kabawafi Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawafi Nawa, Wala'a, Tabayai Nawa, Banasaya One, Abal, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalak Wa, Waha Allah, Wa Thapa Ra, La'a, Walamyam, Aman. In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. This is the prayer for the power of the Akak, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, Nathan Lanawa, Akak, Akak, La Rapa'ah, Ka Makala, Wakal Marawa, Akak, La Tahar, Hamatazarayan, Akak, La Hakwim, Hamathiam, Akak, Al Rakawathwa, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, by Shem Yahushua, throughout our mouth. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, the power to heal all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Just bless Israel, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala, Wayabayah, Saparium, Barak, by Shem Yahushua, throughout our mind. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Yasharala and the school. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. All right. With that, hey, Shalom Israel. Tune in next week. All right, Tuesday, Brotherhood class. Shalom.